Hey everyone, so look, I get it. That first sip of coffee in the morning feels like absolute magic, right? I'm not here to bash your beloved morning ritual, but what if I told you that coffee might actually be working against you? When it comes to sustained energy throughout the day? Here's the thing. Coffee gives you that instant rush, sure, but caffeine temporarily increases cortisol, the stress hormone, and blood sugar levels, which often leads to an energy crash shortly after. You know that feeling around 11 a.m. when you're already reaching for your second cup? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm in my early 30s now, and honestly, I've spent the last few years experimenting with my morning routine because I was tired of feeling tired. And what I discovered is that there are these 5 specific foods that completely changed how I feel throughout the day. Not just for an hour or two, but genuinely all day long. So let me share what actually works, backed by real science. No fluff, no pseudoscience, just stuff that actually makes a difference. 5 morning food for all-day energy. Food. Number 1, Greek yogurt. This is probably my personal favorite. A plain Greek yogurt with 2% fat contains about 9.2 grams of protein per 100 grams, which makes up over half of its total energy value. Why does this matter? Because protein is your friend. When it comes to sustained energy, research shows that a protein-rich diet may help reduce hunger, boost metabolism, and build muscle. In fact, there was this fascinating study where young males who consumed Greek yogurt during a training program gained significantly more strength and more lean muscle mass compared to those who had a carbohydrate-based alternative. We're talking about real measurable differences in body composition. But here's what really blew my mind. Studies have shown that yogurt consumers exhibited significantly improved metabolic variables, including lower body mass index, lower blood pressure, and reduced concentrations of triglycerides and fasting glucose. That's not just energy, that's your entire metabolic health improving. I usually have mine with some berries and maybe a handful of nuts. Simple, delicious, and it keeps me going until lunch without that weird, shaky feeling you get from too much caffeine. 5 morning food for all-day energy. Food number 2, steel-cut oats. Now, not all oats are created equal, and this is crucial. Steel-cut oats have a glycemic index between 42 and 53, while instant oats can spike up to 79 to 83. That's a massive difference in how your body processes them. The magic ingredient here is called beta-glucan, which is a type of soluble fiber. Research involving over 400 adults with type 2 diabetes showed that consuming oats with beta-glucan at a dose of about 3.25 grams resulted in important improvements in blood glucose control. These are people who struggle with blood sugar regulation, and oats made a measurable difference. What beta-glucan does is slow down how quickly glucose gets absorbed into your bloodstream. Think of it like this: coffee is like dumping fuel on a fire. You get a big flame that burns out fast. Oats are like adding logs that burn slow and steady for hours. I cook mine the night before. Actually, overnight oats style, with some almond milk, chia seeds, and cinnamon. In the morning, I just grab it from the fridge. Takes 0 time, and I'm set until way past lunchtime. 5 morning food for all-day energy. Food number 3, eggs. Look, eggs have gotten a bad rap over the years, but the science is pretty clear now. Eggs are rich in protein and B vitamins, which help convert food into energy, delivering steady fuel for your muscles and brain. Here's what makes eggs special, though. They contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs but can't produce on its own. A combination of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins keeps you full and prevents burning through energy too quickly. And eggs give you exactly that balance. I usually scramble 2 eggs with some spinach and tomatoes. The whole thing takes maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll throw in some avocado too, which brings me to our next food. 5 morning food for all-day energy. Food number 4, avocados. If you haven't jumped on the avocado toast train yet, let me give you some reasons why you should. Avocados are rich in healthy fats and fiber, with the fat helping enhance the absorption of nutrients, while the fiber slows the rise and fall of blood sugar after a meal, thereby promoting more steady energy levels. This is really important because leafy greens and vegetables, naturally high in fiber, influence glucose absorption and help your blood sugar levels stay steady. When you pair avocado with some whole grain toast and maybe an egg, you're creating this perfect storm of sustained energy. Plus, avocados contain B vitamins, which are directly involved in how your cells make energy. It's not just about feeling full, It's about giving your body the actual tools it needs to function optimally. 5. Morning food for all-day energy. Food number 5. Bananas. I know. Bananas seem too simple, right? But hear me out. Bananas are a good natural source of sugar, but are also rich in fibers that help slow the digestion of that sugar. That's the key difference between a banana and a candy bar. There was actually a study showing that eating carbohydrate-rich foods, like bananas before a workout, can help performance and endurance just as much as a carbohydrate drink. And these were trained cyclists, not just casual exercisers. Bananas also contain potassium and vitamin B6, both of which play crucial roles in energy metabolism. I usually slice one up and throw it on my oatmeal or Greek yogurt. Sometimes I'll just grab one on my way out the door if I'm running late. Now, before we continue, if you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more content like this. So here's the big picture. Foods with a low glycemic index, whose sugars are absorbed slowly, help you avoid the lag in energy that typically occurs after eating quickly. Absorbed sugars or refined starches. All 5 of these foods share that characteristic. Compare that to coffee, where most adults drink it daily. But it doesn't actually provide nutrients or sustainable energy beyond the caffeine stimulation. Don't get me wrong, caffeine does help increase alertness, but it's not giving your body what it needs to actually produce energy at the cellular level. Here's what I do now. I still have coffee, but I have it after I've eaten a proper breakfast, with at least 2 of these 5 foods. Usually it's Greek yogurt with banana, and some nuts, or steel-cut oats with berries. Then about an hour later, I'll have my coffee. And you know what? I don't need that second or third cup anymore. One is plenty because my body actually has real fuel to work with. The difference in how I feel throughout the day is honestly night and day. No more afternoon crashes. No more needing sugar at 3 p.m. just to stay awake. No more getting home from work completely exhausted. And look, I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor, but the studies are there. The research is clear. Exercise, proper nutrition with foods that have low sugar indexes, and maintaining steady blood sugar levels are key factors in sustaining energy throughout the day. So my challenge to you is this: try just one of these foods tomorrow morning. See how you feel. Give it a week. I think you'll be genuinely surprised at the difference. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful and want to see more science-backed health content, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these 5 foods you're going to try first. I read every single comment and I'd love to hear about your experience. See you in the next one!